Now today we are going to start with economics, and the first chapter of economics, that is the story of village Palampur. Now Palampur is a hypothetical village. It is a very small village which is well connected to the rest of the villages which is near itself, but the Palampur itself is a very small village, or we can say town. Okay, now Palampur's main activity for people practicing the activity for their livelihood is agriculture. Now agriculture means farm activity, and 90% of people are engaged in farm activity. Now let's see what is the organization of production in Palampur. Okay, so first is land. Now production's main factor is land. If land is not present, then no one would be able to do anything. Like doing anything, we need land. Then comes labor. Labor is that thing which we need for carrying out work on the land. Like if we have lots of land but we are the only single person who can work on the land, then that land is of no use, as one single person could not work on a big patch of land. Okay, so we need laborers to work on that land. Then comes capital. Now what is capital? Capital is money, or we can say capital is anything which is asset for us. Okay, not liability, which is asset for us. So capital is the another main factor of production, as we need capital for carrying out production activity, as we need capital for purchasing anything, we need capital. Okay, so capital are of two types, that is fixed capital and working capital. Now what are fixed capital? Fixed capital are machines, tools, buildings. Like they are fixed, they are static. If once invested in building or tools or machines, then we do not have to invest in them again and again. Okay, and what is working capital? Working capital is raw materials, cash in hand. Like cash in hand, we will always sell the good by giving cash in hand. Okay, and also raw materials, once consumed, they would not give us more raw material, so they are the working capital. Like we need to buy new and new capital, so they are known as working capital. Then comes farming. Okay, now if we say factors of production, what are the factors of production? Then they may include land, labor, capital, and human capital. Okay, so factors of production includes these things. Okay, so first we have seen about land, labor, and capital. We will talk about the human capital. Now what is human capital? Now the knowledge, enterprise, the skill that we have, which can put land, labor, and capital together to carry out some production activity, is known as human capital. Okay, so the human capital is the most important capital. If one have knowledge, one have skill, then it can put together land, labor, and capital alone cannot do any production activity, cannot carry down any production activity. If human capital is only present, then human capital can sustain itself by doing any work, as it has knowledge, skill, and enterprise. Okay, then comes farming in Palampur. Now farming in Palampur, see, here there is an example of a village Palampur, but if we see in our country, we would be able to relate in almost all the things which farming in Palampur is related to. Okay, so first, that is land is fixed. Now land in Palampur, there is a shortage of land in Palampur. But as land is fixed, we cannot extend the land of Palampur. So land is fixed, and we need to increase the production with that much amount of land only. So for increasing the production in that particular amount of land, we need to have some farming methods. So for growing more than one crop in a year, we need to carry down the crop rotation practice, and also for crop rotation practice, in that in particular season the crops are grown according to the season, like Kharif season and Rabi season. Two crops can be grown together by the practice of mixed cultivation or integrated cropping practice. So this was about farming patterns. Then come land sustainability. Now, if we put more and more fertilizers, more and more pesticides on a particular piece of land, then that does not mean that it would increase the farm production. Like, it would increase the farm production, but the land will lose its humus as more and more fertilizers and pesticides are inserted into the soil. So the earthworms, the natural biodegradable materials present in the soil would start dying. So these all factors affect the land sustainability. So land is our natural resource and we need to protect land. So it is better to use the manure instead of the high chemical containing fertilizers and pesticides. Okay, so and also water, we have to use water that much we required. We should not waste water by splitting pipe anywhere. So yeah, this was about land sustainability. Then comes, okay, now land needs proper amount of water. If we won't sprinkle proper amount of water, then the land would not be able to be cultivated. Okay, then comes land distribution. Now there are about 450 total families, from which 150 are the backward castes and rest are the upper castes. Okay, 150 are the upper castes and rest are the backward caste, and upper caste have majority of the land and lower caste have minority of the land. Now what is shown by this? So the richer are getting richer and poorer are getting poorer as they don't have land. Like, they have land, they have land which is small, or they don't have land. Okay, so these kind of farmers work on the wealthy landlords. So work for the wealthy landlords. Yeah. So land distribution in Palampur is very green, and the minimum fixed price or minimum fixed wages that a worker should get, that is not being given by the farmers to gain more profit. Okay, then comes labor. From where do the labor are found? Now family members work in the farm, if there is a small farm. And as I have already said, the small scale laborers or with the landless farmers, they work on the land of as the laborers on they work on the big patch of land of wealthy landowners or money lenders as labor. So this is how they get labor. Now capital is formed by selling of goods. Okay, but sale of surplus. Okay, so most of the families of Palampur, they cultivate for themselves. They won't sell it to market, so they cultivate only for themselves. So sale of surplus is happening only when the cultivable crops are so high in number. Okay, and the capital is been distributed in such a way that some amount of capital is been left for saving and maintenance. Some of the capital is used for raw materials. So this was all about the farming activities in Palampur. Then comes the non-farm activities. There are four non-farm activities practiced in Palampur. That is dairy, small-scale agriculture, shopkeeping, and transportation. Now what is dairy? Now in dairy, There is a nearby village whose name is Sahranpur, and another village that is Raiganj. Now Raiganj is a developed city. So Sahranpur and Raiganj, they are the two neighboring villages which we have, which Palampur have with them. So the shopkeepers from Sahranpur come to the Palampur and they take the dairy milk over there and go and sell over there. And sometimes the person who are owning cattle in Palampur also go at that place for selling their dairy products. And Raiganj is also well connected to Sahranpur and Palampur. So those transportation facility, people engaged in those transportation facility are also present. And some of them also do weaving jobs and small basket making jobs at home itself. That is small scale manufacturing work. Palampur do not have big industries, so small scale agriculture, small scale manufacturing work is done with agriculture in some of the households where the labor is the family itself. Okay, and shopkeeping is at the highways which is connected to the Palampur and Raiganj. So these places have small stalls in which the regular commodities are being sold, with the help of which the people would be able to survive. Okay, so that is shopkeeping. Shopkeepers own great profits. So this was all about the story of village Palampur. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down if there are any suggestions. Share this video as much as possible, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get my latest updates. Thank you.